باشا استاذنك حد يقفل لي بس المركب من هناك، باب المركب من هناك مش هيقفله. هو هنا مفيش دخله دي، مش عاوز حد يخش لي من هناك. خلاص يا باشا انت كده وضعت
naman, parang familiar itong mukhang to eh. Oh. Marami ka nang kasama din sa mga files ko. Yan ang Pilar Mateo. Hello, Filipino Pilgrims! Hi! Holyland 2018. Tahimik na oh.
Okay, ang ganda. Ganda, Jules. Tingnan mo sa'yo. Ay, sorry.
Good morning, Philippines! How are you doing, Philippines?
Very good. Hi Marco. Hi George. Good morning, Egypt.
Good morning! The same.
It's the same. Good morning po. Magandang umaga, bayan. Welcome to Egypt. Alhamdulillah. Ahlan wa salam.
Assalamualaikum.
Alaikum assalam. Whatever.
An ancient Egyptian village on the banks of the Nile with as authentic an environment as possible. The village is surrounded by an extensive papyrus plantation, which not only reproduces the ancient surroundings, but also, along with the hundreds of trees which were planted around the village, provides an effective screen to isolate this glimpse of Egypt's ancient past from sights and sounds of modern life. Colossal statues of the king was cut entirely in the rock, along with the nearby temple of Ramesses' favorite queen, Nefertari. This scene shows the discovery of the child Moses, whose mother had put him in a basket and floated it on the Nile to prevent him from being killed by Pharaoh's soldiers. The child was discovered by a member of Pharaoh's family and was brought up in the royal palace. Eventually, he became a prophet who led his own people, the Hebrews, out of Egypt. Beehives were made of pottery tubes piled up in rows, and in some parts of the country, beehives are still made this way today. The River Nile was the main highway of communication in pharaonic times, so boat building was an important industry. Small boats were made of bundles of papyrus tied together with ropes. Such boats were used for short journeys and for fishing or hunting trips. Larger boats were made of wood, usually cedar wood imported from Lebanon. There were many different kinds of fish in the Nile and its canals which made good food, and fishing was also popular as a sport. One method of fishing can be seen here, where a net is stretched between two boats, and the fisherman hits the water with a stick to frighten the fish into the net. Let's see if he's been lucky today. The Egyptians are also famous for mummifying their dead. Mummification is basically dehydration, and to speed up this process, the internal organs of the body were removed and preserved separately. The body was dried out by being covered with natron salt, a form of soda found in the deserts of Egypt. The body was then cleaned and embalmed and wrapped in several layers of linen bandages. Amulets were put between the bandages to protect the mummy from harm. The whole process took 70 days. This scene shows the different stages in decorating a stone wall. First of all, the surface is leveled, then smoothed and polished with a piece of hard stone.
Great Pyramid.
2,500
Egypt.
full price. We have.
There are actually
the winner
3
of the
pyramids
question
here.
How many
Tatlo, actually, yan.
Israelis died while building the pyramid? Let me tell you something. What year this was built? 2,500. The time of Joseph coming to Egypt.
Oh, very good.
The pyramid was built by using 2,300,000 blocks of stone. And the estimated weight of each block more than 5 pounds. These stones came from a place called Aswan, 1,000 kilometers to the south of Cairo, through the River Nile, using big boats.
Why don't we take a little piece of summer sky, hang it on a tree? For that's the way to start to make a pretty world for you and for me. And for the sun we'll find a man in bright balloon. You can hold the string. Oh, can't you see that little world of ours will be the prettiest thing? Can gather rain in the forest. Just shining on my life, shining on my life, and it's all because of you. It's finally shining on my life, for me and for you. All of my life I've wandered round time and again, but I never thought.
This ministry, we call it the ministry of spreading the good news, ministry of establishment, the faith. His ministry in Jerusalem, which is the ministry of faith, and both ministries started after that Jesus was baptized and he was tempted. So we have the city of Tiberias. Today it is a Jewish city. In the time of Jesus, Tiberias was a Roman city. It was built by Herod Antipas, the son of Herod the Great. So Herod Antipas, he called the city after the name of Caesar Tiberius. He built it around the year 2022 AD, and it was the main city in his tetrarch.
Come on, everybody shout!
Gawa niyo akong photographer naman, no?
Busy sa pagpapapicture.
So now I'm gonna change my ways. You're all I want. You're all I need. Hey, look at the sun. It's finally shining on my life. Shining on my life. And it's all because of you.
Transfiguration site.
50th Catholic Mass Media Awards. The Church of Transfiguration. So, 6 days after, according to the Bible, Jesus, Peter, James, and John went up to this mountain. Tingnan lang natin, sumakay tayo ng bus. Matagal din yung biyahe natin. Walang bus ng araw.
Jesus about Elijah. So Jesus answered them in a clear way. Elijah is John the Baptist. So actually, Jesus is the fulfillment of all the prophecies. And Matthew 17 tells us 6 days after what? 6 days after Caesarea Philippi. Over there, Jesus asked the disciples what the people tell about him. The disciples told him, the people are confused. They think that you are Moses, you are Elijah. In this place, this is the exact place of the transfiguration. There is no confusion. The Son of Man, he's not Moses, he's not Elijah, he is the Son of God. And in the same time, he is Moses and he is Elijah. Elijah symbolizing prophecy, Moses symbolizing the laws. I didn't come to cancel, I came to complete. The completion is the reform that Jesus performed that I talked about it in the past. Now, the disciples who were with Jesus here, St. John, St. James, and St. Peter, the same disciples, they saw the glory of the Son of God here. And they were with him in Gethsemane, in his most sorrowful moments. They didn't leave him.
We are now here at the Tabka.
Okay, kanina dun sa dinaanan natin, Gennesaret, no? Gennesaret, it's, nung panahon na si Jesus ay nangangaral dito sa lugar na ito kasi iniwanan niya ang Nazareth dahil marami naggalit sa kanya sa Nazareth. So, sabi, meron bang mabuting ibubunga ang taga Nazareth? Walang lalabas na mabuti sa Nazareth. So, hindi siya nagpagaling, hindi siya nangaral sa Nazareth. Dito siya sa lugar na ito talaga, sa tabi ng lawa ng Galilea, nangaral, nagpagamot, nagpagaling ng mga may sakit. Ang pupuntahan natin ay the Church of Multiplication of the Bread. Ugali ni Jesus nung araw, palagi may pagkain. Now, there were about 5,000, if I'm not mistaken, individuals according to the Gospel. Ang binibilang lang po, magbabasa kayo sa Ebanghelyo, ang binibilang lang po ay mga lalaki. Hindi binibilang ang babae. Laki ang halaga. Yung paraw na Jesus, lalaki lang ang binibilang. So kung ang lalaki halimbawa ay 5,000 times 2 mo, dahil kasamang asawa, makikinig kay Jesus. Kung maaaring may anak pa kaya merong bata no? So, nag-utos si Jesus, kumanap kayo ng makakain. Sabi na makakain at may sumobra pa. Okay? Na naipon nila sa payong or whatever the basket. Marami pang sumobra. So that's a miracle of the multiplication of the bread. According to some scholars, the miracle is not in the multiplication. The miracle is in the sharing that we have. It's in the sharing. Meaning, if we share a little...
The Church of Multiplication.
Christus
Now here at the Church of the Primacy of Saint Peter.
Over there, this is Mount of Beatitudes, the footstep of Mount of Beatitudes. So you can see the moment that you hike, it is a mountain. The trees are Ficus benjamina, it belongs to the fig family. And we will be in the place where Jesus appeared for the third time after resurrection to his disciples. So the whole place is really one big shrine. Let us proceed, and then I will give you time so you can go to the lake and have your time. The Gospel of the Lord according to St. John, chapter 20.
This is the Church of the Primacy of Saint Peter.
That Jesus appeared for the third time after resurrection. The disciples were fishing in the lake. As in 2000, the water reached here. The lake today is 5 meters less than it should be. So in the time of Christ, the water did not here. So they were fishing the whole night, but they didn't catch any fish. Jesus told them to cast the net in a certain place. They got 150 small fishes. Then the disciples recognized Jesus, and Peter jumped to the water. Inside the church there is a rock, we call it Mensa Christi, the table of the Lord in Latin, because Jesus prepared the charcoal fire, and he sat with the disciples, and he asked Saint Peter the three questions. Do you love me?
Behind me is the Church of the Primacy of Saint Peter. The long way.